Search is now underway for the woman wanted in the first homicide of the year in Erie.
Last week, police identified the suspect as 27-year-old Shakia Barnes, and she is still not in custody. Our Lisa Adams, though, was surprised to learn that the suspect wanted in this violent crime outside a New Year's Eve party is female.
But Lisa, violent crimes committed by women are actually on the rise, right?
Sadly, that's right. I talked to the deputy chief of the Erie Police Criminal Division. He said their statistics in the last 14 years or so show it. A former FBI Special Agent Jerry Clark, who leads the Criminal Justice Department at Gannon University, agrees his research shows a spike in violent crimes by women.
The suspect in Erie's first homicide of the year is a woman. The evidence in a deadly gun crime outside a New Year's party that started with a possible gang argument inside led police to issue a warrant for 27-year-old Shakia Barnes. The criminal complaint says surveillance video shows the muzzle flashes of the suspect firing 3 shots by the front door. Deputy Chief Rick Laura said women connected to this type of violent crime is not as rare as you might think.
Assisted in a homicide or with an individual, but some of them committed the homicide themselves. So, since 2010, around 24 females arrested.
Former FBI Special Agent Jerry Clark, who leads the Criminal Justice Department at Gannon University, agrees.
You're seeing a huge spike just in the last several years of the violent actions now being done by females that you hadn't seen in the past. It was always a male dominated incident, and now females are actually making strides in a very bad way.
A new National Council on Criminal Justice confirms the troubling trend. The rate of women's incarceration is going up as women's arrest rates for violent crimes and drug crimes spike. Police say this was a targeted crime, and authorities will use all resources to bring the female suspect in.
So I'm sure they have a full press on the fugitive side, and they're going to work that very hard to bring her back.
And that includes putting her name and image in the National Crime Information Center.
NCIC's nationwide, so she's been placed on a warrant list for nationwide extradition, and it's just a matter of time.
Eva asked a logical question. Do we have a photo of the suspect? Police tell us they're using a driver's license photo and are not authorized to provide that to us. Both the deputy chief, though, and Jerry Clark encouraged the suspect to turn herself in. Clark said being on the run never works. And of course, Clark investigated and wrote the book on one of the most notorious violent female criminals in Marjorie Deal Armstrong. He said she certainly was ahead of this current trend for women and remains in a very unusual class herself as a female serial killer. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.